Good evening, everyone. This is day 40 of growing vegetables in Canada outdoors, as my daughter and I transition from the indoor grow season to getting all of our stuff organically outdoors for the Canadian summer. For day 40 nighttime, let's take a quick gander. So over to our lonesome tomato plant. This was the last one in a bunch. We found a spot for it where you can see it's doing great. Our garden is separated by sections from our peppers to our tomatoes, right along to corn, and we'll go through it all there momentarily. But right now for our pepper section, where we have our quick fires, we have our Carolina Reapers right along into our big Berthas, which are looking great, and right into our chilies. And in front, we have a bunch of our companion plants with peppers from petunias, salums, marigolds, and basil. As we move on to a bunch of our different varieties of tomatoes, where you can see we have lots of flowers and tomatoes all over the plant. This one is absolutely towering, looking great. And in between them, we have a bunch of onions, which are excellent companion plants with tomatoes. They're also great pest controllers in the garden. It goes along with your basil, petunias, curries, salums, and marigold. Over in the back of the first cattle arch here, we have some potatoes. And into the first cattle arch, where we have our cantaloupes, right along into some black diamond watermelons. Right there we have our red Valencia peanut, followed by a bunch of our celery, onions in the back, and again a bunch of the companions from marigolds, salums, petunias, and curries. Right along into our sweet corn section, where you can see things are looking great. In front of the corn, we have some callaloo, our Jamaican callaloo, which is excellent companions with our corn, and both are doing extremely well. Into our second cattle arch, where we have our loofah gourds, right along to our cucamelons. In the back there, we have some more cucamelons, followed by our regular cucumbers, which you can see the plant is just completely filled. Lots of cucumbers, looking great. Into our last cattle arch, where I'm getting pushed as far back as I can, as they're growing quite well in order to show them all in frame. To the right here, we have all our pumpkins, and then to the left, we have our butternut squashes. Over just before we get into our beans, you can see the size of these cucumbers, which are looking great, growing day by day. And then we have our beans that we harvested off a little bit today. They are going to start coming full throttle once you do your first little harvest. Looking great. We do have a bunch of beans still on there. Smaller, but nonetheless, they still got to grow. The beans are looking well. Over to our cold crop area, where we have a bunch of onions, some Italian oregano, some thyme, rosemary, some more onions in the back, and a bunch of petunias, or marigolds, excuse me, in between. Over into our greenhouse, where we have some parsley, followed by our basil that is coming back after a complete harvest. Over here on one of our lives, we planted a bunch of different international tomatoes from Italy and Germany, and you can see they're all coming through really well. We have a pineapple plant that is growing excellently. And then we have nothing yet, but we do have a peach seed planted in there. Right along into our olive tree. As we finish up with a few of our potted plants, which these ones here are strawberries, right along into our chamomile. And then finally we have our recycling bin potatoes. So once again, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in for day 40. My daughter and I really appreciate all the support. And if you haven't yet, check out our website at canadianveggies.com for 100% organic items, apparel, and again, some of the services that my daughter and I currently offer. It's canadianveggies.com for day 40. Have a great night.